think we talked to you on day 2. It's day 9. What have you seen from your guys since then?
Is it day 9?
I believe so.
Yeah, you get lost in this stuff. I see, I see the quarterbacks making a lot of improvement. We still gotta get more consistent in everything that we're doing with our fundamentals and our pressure checks, and be more accurate throwing the ball down the field. But they're getting a lot better. They're picking things up. We got some good competition there. They bust their tails on the field, and they bust their tails in the film room. So it's really good to see. The next thing that we also need to improve on is poise. And what I mean by that, in the game of football, the game of life, something bad's going to happen, but having the ability to bounce back from that and facing adversity, and not having a string of 3 or 4 bad plays, having a play that didn't work and then coming right back and having a positive play. So just need to continue to improve on our poise and our confidence, and keep getting better every day. But from day 1 to day 9, they've gotten better at something every single day, and that's what our objective is.
Last time we talked to you, said Kareem's kind of swimming a little bit as he kind of settled in.
A little bit. If you guys see him out there, it's awesome what we do at the end of practice. We call it the young guys, so they get to go out there and run some of our base offense, and he seems like he's settled down a lot. Him and Gunnar have settled down, and once you can kind of just take a deep breath, know what play you're running, know how to execute it, know what your reads are, and things are going a million miles an hour when you go from high school in San Diego, California to Idaho football out here. So yeah, they've both settled down, and it's just going to take time and time. That's something that we did with Matt his freshman year, and it really paid off. In fact, we still have it on tape, and he did a good job of showing those young guys 40 pounds lighter, a few years ago where he was when it was him doing the young guy stuff. So it's giving those kids some hope and some confidence to say, hey man, I am going to get better. I just got to keep on the grind.
Would you guys run a little bit of a different offense with Kareem, a little more running, or?
I think so. I think that's a little bit down the road to kind of see as he develops. Once he has a year in the weight room and gets stronger and faster. But yeah, I mean, really, all of our quarterbacks are pretty darn good athletes. They all run real good. So I mean, we have the ability to do a lot of different stuff. And anytime you can add that addition, a running quarterback to the offense, that just gives the defense a lot more things that they have to prepare for.
Going back to yesterday, what did you think of Jake during those plays where he was live?
I thought he did awesome. I think the first play, I think he was a little amped up and kind of looked at the rush a little bit when he needed to stay in there. He had a route on the outside that he completed. But the thing that stood out to me the most is we had a play where we didn't kick out to one of the blitzers, and he got hit right in the back. And he hopped right back up. Then we called another play. He stood in the pocket. He had guys around him, and he delivered a curl to the boundary. So that right there as a quarterback coach shows poise and having the ability to not get affected from getting hit and staying in there and keeping his eyes downfield. Because playing that position, if you get hit, then you start looking at the rush, but he didn't do that. He came right back, just what I talked about earlier, and delivered a big ball. So it was good to see. And then he had a nice run where he says he juked a corner. I slowed it down on film. I don't think he juked him. He kind of ran him over. But then he had a play where he was a willing runner and ran down the field and made a big play for us. So I was pleased with him.
With both Matt and Jake, it seems like they've been a little bit off on the deep balls. Is that something you guys are really trying to work on and
of course,
tune in on?
Anything that you need to improve on, you put extra work into, and it's just timing with different receivers and locating the receiver when they get to release, and we just, the more you practice them, the better you're going to get at them. And it's different from throwing routes when there's not a defender out there, opposed to when you have a defender on you. It's tight, and we got to be able to make those plays down the field if we want to be successful on offense, and we will. We're getting better at it. I think we hit 1 today. 1's better than 0 yesterday, so we're just going to keep on getting better at it.
And it's obviously a good sign that those guys are getting open and have the opportunity to make those home run plays.
I mean, a lot of things have to happen. We got to protect up front. The quarterback has to be poised. The receiver has to have a nice release off the line against press and win down the field, and we have to complete the ball. So all 3 of those things have to be executed, and we're getting better. We're going to keep grinding at it. We're going to keep working at it until we get it done.
Okay, thanks, Bryce.